What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AMC for AMC Entertainment, of course, the infamous movie theater short squeeze stock. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, do note that we did see an earnings announcement, and this one was after the bell today. So let's go ahead and pop on our extended hours session, just kind of see what is going on with AMC, see if any of our predictions held up thus far from this. This is more of an update video. We did cover this going into the weekend here. So that being said, clearly a move higher in the after hours on the earnings announcement, and that's either due to more people paying attention to AMC and a larger retail crowd getting involved here on the announcement, being kind of like a rah-rah crew. But we'll see if this holds out until the 9:30 bell. Obviously, there's a lot of time and a lot of things that can happen between now and then. What we're going to do is just say that we're opening on a gap up, and for round numbers sake, we'll call it here right around $36. We'll turn our extended hours back off and clean up this chart. So flipping back over to the daily perspective, just to kind of get an idea of where our levels are at, we clearly broke the resistance trend line and we closed above it. So that's no longer really in play. We're going to remove that. And knowing that we're opening around 36, that's also above our 35.45 area of resistance, which is almost the top tick of today's session. So hopefully you were watching that level there that we pointed out in last week's video. So say we open around 36. Ideally, what this looks like is an open here, a opening drive lower to fill the gap underneath, hold as support at 35.45, and then your long is back up through the open here or over the overnight high, wherever that could be. We'll see, where that is by the time 9:30 rolls around. But your long is over that area, overnight high or back up through the open for the move higher. And you can see, as we discussed in last week's video on AMC, that there's some room to run up towards $40. So that's the absolute best case scenario I could see earnings kind of giving us here. The other scenarios are that we move lower after the gap up, so it's a gap and sort of crap, if you will. We'll just activate this support trend line and mention that that would be your first place to sort of look for any signs of reversal. So just kind of zooming in here, say we open up here as discussed around 36, some sort of gap up, we fill the gap and continue lower. Well, depending on time of day, what you're looking at is the support trend line and or this area here, 33.75. If you start to see any sort of hammer candles, any signs of indecision dojis start forming, basically anything that would make you question, is the pullback starting to end, then you can take the long over the highs here for a reversal back up towards the open. Let's just call it 36 again for round numbers sake. Stop goes just underneath the lows of those candles for a rather risk-friendly trade, right? So that's a very easy trade in terms of rules and guidelines to follow that make it rather emotionless. It's if this, then this. So that's why we call it easy. Of course, nothing in the trading game is actually as easy as it sounds, right? So all that being said, looks like a bullish gap up here in AMC. We outlined a couple of scenarios for you to watch out for. Ideally, we would fill the gap, just repair that structure underneath us, and then make forward and upward progress, maybe back up towards that 40 area, since as we know, looking left here, there's not a whole lot of market structure in this area. Maybe you could make the argument here, kind of in the middle of the range, closer to 38, there is an area of resistance, but it's not abundantly clear, right? As up here, multiple upper wicks, multiple candle closes are all at that 40 area. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.